Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Mohd and Zahir. My ID is from 1985. So I'm going to be presenting the background of our company, our group, which is Tulip Aviation Safety and Muhd. So Tulip Aviation Safety and Muhd is one of the big aviation service provider in Malaysia. It currently serves both Asia and Malaysia Airlines. This company has been established on 22nd February 2005 with the registration number of 0681958X. The company is located in Shah Alam, Selangor at Malaysia. So, by the Malaysia Airlines Vendor Development Program has made the company into existence to support the government plans that want to create more aviation independence inside Malaysia. So basically, the company focus on the aircraft appearance, refurbishment, and contract manpower supply to every airline existed inside Malaysia, and now the company has grown even further. So currently, the company has provided many services such as cleaning service, aircraft maintenance, aviation training, and consultancy service, and much more. So, Tulip Aviation Safety and Muhd is led by a CEO. The CEO will make sure the company will go even further. The main mission or objective of the company itself is to be referred as the aviation manpower inside Malaysia. So, the company is adopting the principle of collaboration and smart partnership with Staff College in Negeri Sembilan, Malaysia. So there they will teach the people to be an expert in aircraft maintenance, engineering, and much more. So the aircraft vision is to be consistently profitable while delivering the highest quality. So it means that they want to be consistent in making profit, but they will not degrade their product quality. So they also have the safety policy that ensure the safety of the workers at the workplace. In aviation values, they are always curious and always be innovative. So in corporation, they always listen to the customer. They also observe and understand the needs of the customer. So the last one is right, where they are never satisfied with good enough, so it means they will always try to improvise more. Tulip Aviation Safety also have their own resources, supply and logistics, where they have been one of the top products for aircraft Malaysia. So the company stock product from the leading manufacturers are ready to ship to customer as soon as the order is placed. There are many products that are currently promoting, which is variety from aircraft engine oils, aircraft woods, lock wire, and much more. So there are safety policies implemented by having personal protective equipment policies for the workers to be followed. So their vision is to be more profitable, and the background of the company is very good. And as for now, they are continuing to strive and be more successful. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and hi. My name is Ahmad Mujahid Ghafrullah bin Cepa alias Mustapha. My metric ID is D-1911057. So for today, I will be talking about 5 hazards that exist at the Tulip Aviation Sendirian Berhad. Okay, so for the first activities, it is masking the aircraft to be painted afterwards. Inside the masking the aircraft activities, physical hazard does exist in these activities because the employees or the workers will use the sharp object to cut the masking tape. For example, the knife, cutters, and etc. Okay, so for the second activities, it is the aircraft painting and wrapping to make it more beautiful or newer looks. So inside the aircraft painting and wrapping activities, chemical hazard does exist because inside the aircraft paint, it does contain the chemical, and at the aircraft wrapping, the wrap does contain adhesive to make the wrap more fit to the aircraft itself. Okay, so for the third activities, it is the dusting and vacuuming at the cockpit of the aircraft. So inside these activities, biological hazard does exist because the cleaning does involve dust in it. So inside the dust, it contains some bacteria that can affect the workers itself. Okay, so for the fourth activities, it is sending the oil paint off from the aircraft to be painted afterwards. So inside these activities, ergonomical hazard or musculoskeletal hazard does exist in these activities because sending the aircraft, it requires a repetitive motion work because the employees or the workers need to send the oil paint like scratching and like more scratching work at the aircraft itself. Okay, so for the fifth activities, it is the polishing the aircraft activities. In these activities, psychosocial hazard does exist because polishing the aircraft, it requires a lot of work, and it also requires a repetitive motion works. So this work does affect the employees in many ways. Okay, so for the next part, I will be telling about the risks that exist from the hazard that I have mentioned before. Okay, so first we go to the first activities, which is masking the aircraft. So the employees and the workers will use the knife or sharp object to cut the masking tape. Okay, so the risk is the employees has some risk that they can cut their hand during their work because they use sharp objects, so it will affect the employees in terms of their physical itself. Okay, so for the second activities, it is the aircraft painting and wrapping. Inside the aircraft paint, it does contain chemical, so if the employees or the workers is exposed to the chemical or get in contact with the chemical itself, it can cause some dermatitis or skin itching. And at the wrapping of the aircraft, if the employees smell the adhesive, they can get a bit dizzy and fall to the floor itself. Okay, so for the third activities, the third risk, biological hazard does exist from the dusting and vacuuming activities at the cockpit because it involves dust at the cockpits. So when the employees or the workers is working at the cockpit while they are cleaning, they have a chance or risk to inhale the dust at the cockpit itself and get asthma and so on, because inside the dust, it does contain a bacteria that can affect the health of the workers itself. Okay, so for the fourth hazard or the risk, which came from the sending the oil paint off from the aircraft activities, the employees or the workers itself may feel numb because of the repetitive motion work, because sending the oil paint, it requires a lot of repetitive motion work because they need to scratch the oil paint off from the whole body of the aircraft itself. Okay, so for the fifth risk that comes from the polishing the aircraft activities, it is the psychosocial hazard. And the risk is when the employees or the workers is polishing the aircraft, they may get some stress or some numbness because polishing the aircraft, it requires a lot of work because they need to make sure the aircraft is polished in a perfect way because they don't want the paint of the aircraft to peel off in a very short times. Okay, so that is all from me for the risk and hazard that is involved at the Tulip Aviation Safety and Security. Thank you for your time and all of the attentions.
Hello, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Izzad Amin Lotfi. I'm holding my card number D form 1911890. And today I'm gonna present about question D. Now I'm gonna explain about hierarchy of controls, which is they have 5 of types, which is elimination, substitution, engineering controls, administrative controls, and PPE, which is personal protective equipment. Number 1 is which is masking aircraft. Give the employees safety gloves to protect their hands, which is the type of PPE control. And the second one is aircraft painting and wrapping, which is give PPE and mask to the employee to protect their body from being exposed to the chemical. And number 3 is dusting and vacuuming cockpit. Give mask with air filter to protect employee from inhaling the dust. 4 is sanding the aircraft, which is provide Salon Plus patch inside first aid kit for the employees to use to relieve the numbness, and more employees are required to do the activity, which is the administrative control. And the last one is polishing aircraft, which is provide more annual leave to the employee for them.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Izzad Hamdan. I'm holding the card number AVS1204. So today I would like to present about the cost for each method. So the first one is safety and cut resistant glove, which costs RM40 per pair. Second one is PPE and mask for aircraft painting and to protect from chemical, around RM120 to 150 ringgit for full body PPE, and around RM80 to 100 ringgit for the face mask. So third is dust proof mask to protect employee from inhaling the dust, which costs RM20 ringgit to 50 ringgit per mask. The next one is Salon Plus patch to relieve the numbness, around 7 to 10 ringgit per box that contain 10 patches. Fifth is provide more annual leave for employee to relieve stress, around RM80 to 100 ringgit depending on employee's salary per day. So for the conclusion, we can see clearly the idea of how Star Tulip Aviation Safety and Security operate their company. And from our explanation, we knew that safety environment is prioritized in this company. So that's all from us. Thank you.